Hello viewers, welcome to Adam. This is a show that shall help us learn more about the boy child and men in general. In today's show, we speak about nurturing a boy child, and in our studios, we are privileged to have Reverend Mugambi. Reverend Mugambi is a counselor and the founder of Adam International. Reverend Mugambi, welcome to Adam.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Asiko.
Before we continue today's topic, let's take a sneak preview of what our viewers had to say about an ideal man.
You should know how to treat a woman. That is, I am not the one supposed to do everything in the house just because I am a woman or so. If I am not able to cook, he should cook for the both of us. If I'm not able to clean, he should clean for the both of us. Not just because I am a woman, I should do every other thing in the house. That will not be my kind of man. My kind of man is a man that if I'm not able to cook, he'll cook for me. If I'm not able to clean, he'll clean for me. Yes, should be loving and caring. And if he's watching ball, I don't have to go with him out. That is not my priority. He should have his own space, I think. Yes.
You just be true to me. Then I hate dreamers. Just be yourself. Then I like guys with focus. You should know what you want in life. Yeah, basically just that.
My ideal man is a man that, as many ladies say, Mr. Right, the man that will never beat a woman, the man that will always be there, the man that will feel proud to show me off to other men, the man that will always say, this is my queen, this is my princess, this is the woman that holds my dream. Simple, that's my Mr. Right.
My ideal man has to be God-fearing, number one, and very important. He has to be confident and know what he wants. He has to be industrious and hardworking. I love a clean and a neat man. And he has to know what he wants. And he has to be supportive. An ideal man and a man who loves you need to support his woman. Yeah. And again, communication is very important. So he has to be someone who's ready to communicate when I need him to talk to me. And when something comes up, he also needs to be there to communicate with me and easy to talk to.
I don't know if there's an ideal man, but I will tell you the kind of man I think who's ideal to me. For me, an ideal man should be God-fearing, of course. That's the first thing. It sounds so cliche, but a man, a woman has to be so hidden in God that a man can find her. And men who are hidden, a man who is God-fearing, the things about him that it comes with other aspects, like he's very caring. An ideal man for me also should be an industrious man. You understand? Somebody who knows what he wants, somebody who's not afraid to take direction. And I like somebody who's very industrious, someone you can look up to. You understand? Somebody who shows you the way. I think this is the way you should go, honey. Is it hard to ask? Is that so much to ask for? No. Again, also, I think an ideal man should be supportive. My dreams matter, right? My dreams matter. I think half of it, as I support you, those days you'll tell me, I think, honey, this one is a bit of a stretch, but there are those dreams I have and things that when we met, I first told you I would like this, my dreams are this. I would like to be supported in that kind of way. It doesn't have to be monetary. There's that monetary aspect, but then again, he has to be supportive in terms of even being there, showing up when he has to. You understand? Like there are those things, there are those functions that you guys have. There are those days, well, he has to be with the boys, but once in a while, honey, could you just spend time together? You understand? And then also an ideal man for me, he has to be smart. He has to be, he has to be well groomed, take good care of himself, and he has to be humorous. I like someone who can make me laugh. At the end of the day, I like someone who I don't mind being with, someone who we can break the ice together, someone who we can talk about anything, anytime. Yeah, that's my kind of ideal man.
An ideal man is someone who's honest and caring and God-fearing. For me, that's the most important thing. Trustworthy, God-fearing, and honest.
I expect a man to be hardworking because I'm really hardworking, not too needy or clingy because people can't be available all the time, and he has to be God-fearing. That's very obvious. What else? From a man, he has to be understanding. Yeah.
My ideal man has to be dark because I'm light. He has to be tall because I'm short. And he has to be big. He must have a good heart, and a pot belly will be an added advantage.
Okay, first of all, obviously he has to be taller than me. Another thing, I would consider confidence. Because if you don't get a man who's confident, he can never tell you what he's going through. I also have to know what he's going, what kind of things are disturbing him, that are also disturbing me. So we have to share things in common.
Welcome back. Now, Reverend, you heard what women had to say about an ideal man. To start off, question 1, how can a young boy be nurtured to know when to behave like a gentleman, things he should stop doing and things he should start doing now that he's growing up?
Thank you, Asiko. Well, one, I want to say that what women are saying is so true.
Mm-hmm.
It's a voice that every man should hear.
Yes.
So that he can understand the agony, the complaints that are in women,
Mm-hmm.
who are our sisters, our mothers, our wives, our aunties, and so on.
Yes.
Now, when you talk of nurturing, I suppose you mean that what are some of these materials that should be put into this boy
Mm-hmm.
in order for him to seem to stand tall,
Exactly.
to stand good, better in the society.
Uh-huh.
Where as a mother to this boy, you would feel proud that he is there, he is in the arena, because the moment he's born, you take him to the arena for everyone to watch. So what manner of a boy should I see? That's what you're asking now. So I would say that the first thing every parent, especially the mothers, when a boy is born, should put into this boy is the confidence that I am a man.
Okay.
That confidence.
Okay.
That the boy should not shy off. The boys should seem to be brave enough to hold our sisters, to hold the mother by the hand and walk together.
Mm-hmm.
For that boy to be that dream boy or that desired boy, you have to do a lot as the mother and even as a father.
Okay.
The first thing is the training that you give the moment the boy realizes that he is from maybe 18 months and above.
And at what point should we be able to know that this boy should stop behaving like a child and start behaving like a gentleman? At what point of a boy's life, like as he's growing up, at what stage of his life, should we know that this boy should now stop behaving like a child and it's now time for this boy to be a gentleman?
Siko, I want to put it very, very correctly to you, that even an old man like myself can still behave like a boy, depending on what materials that were put in me when I was young.
So in short, you mean it's the nurturing that matters?
It is purely on the nurturing.
Okay.
What am I eating? What are you feeding me with?
What are you being taught?
Yes. What are some of these ideas that I'm given
Okay.
from birth, from the time I started realizing that I am a boy, I'm
Okay.
not a girl. Therefore, what I should say is that the work of the parent is to look for enough and good materials, quality materials for a boy. Be it the food that he eats, because you don't want, I suppose, Asiko, you don't want to have a boy or a young man who is cheeky,
Yes.
who is weak.
Yes.
Even when he's walking, he looks like he can fall down any time.
No, you need a strong
You
and
need
able
a
man.
strong, energetic
Yes.
young boy.
Yes.
Not so masculine though.
Yes.
No, so fat, but somebody that is moderate.
Yes.
And it's all about you. It's all about the parents. And we have seen as counselors, as teachers, that most of the parents go wrong when they are bringing up their children, and especially the boys. They are wrong in that when you seem to feed this boy with all the junks, the fast foods, and you say, my boy, my child does not like this. And it's not about liking. It is about what you think is right, what you think is good for this child. Whether you are going to force on that child for him to eat what you want, or using even a whip. Sometimes he can decide not to eat, and you say, we are not going to provide anything else here.
Yes.
The other thing is about who teaches your child.
Yes, and that's where my second question comes in. Who should be tasked with grooming the boys, father or mother?
Now, to start with, it is the mother, because the mother is with the boy almost a half of his life.
Okay.
Or rather, the better part of his life.
Yes.
Yes.
In fact,
yeah.
there's a saying that goes that women raise kids. It's actually women who raise the kids.
It's true.
Men mainly provide, but the raising of a child comes from a mother.
Yeah. There is a lot of mentorship that is done by the mother. Therefore, the mother should be a wise person. She shouldn't be welcoming. That is where she welcomes the ideas from people and from the society on how to raise this child. She shouldn't be also somebody that has information, reading some of these informations in order for her to know exactly what the materials that are supposed to be given to this boy.
Yes.
So why is the father not seen to be so active in the nurturing of this baby? Most of the times we find fathers like they are providers. They are worked up very easily, especially if the child is small. You find them being friendly with the children, especially when they are a bit older, when they are maybe 3 years, 4 years old. But when the child is small, the father seems to be, to withdraw from moving on with the child. Therefore, I would say that the mother should be seen doing much of the work, but of course in collaboration with the dad.
Okay.
Right.
When should a young boy be circumcised, and what advice should be given, considering that now he's becoming a mature adult? And there's so much that surrounds this avenue, because for some religions, they say 8 days. Like with Christians, the Old Testament says 8 days, and some people do follow that. As they're dedicating their children, they have them circumcised at the 8th day. Others say at birth, others say when he's finished primary. For some parents, they say secondary. So there's a lot of controversy surrounding this. So what's your take on this?
Well, according to the research that I've done with a number of people, and even from my own culture, we don't circumcise a boy when he has not yet finished Standard 8 or Standard 7, the old system, for that matter. Why? Because this is a transition from now childhood to adulthood. And for easy understanding of this boy, that I am now an adult, and these are the responsibilities of an adult. He cannot take up the responsibilities when he is young, at the age of 8. Neither can he take up the responsibilities at the age of 6 years. Like some maybe some cultures, some tribes do. At 8 years, they circumcise. 8 days, they circumcise. So if we want this man to grow into a full adult and to take up the responsibilities of an adult, then I think the best thing is to have him circumcised when he is of age.
To understand.
And
what advice do you suggest should be given once this act is carried on? Because he needs to be advised. He needs to know why is he going through this when his sister is not going through the same thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, from the start, I think before the boy goes into the initiation, there should be some lessons that he should go through before he takes the knife.
Okay.
And and also, of course, he should have somebody who should act like a mentor. Yeah, somebody who will stand on his side.
Yeah.
Someone that will be explaining some of those things.
And
the
what are
cultural
those things? I want to know.
Yeah, there are those cultural
that
things.
advice?
Like the first thing is that the boy should respect the traditions. The boy should respect, especially the women,
Okay.
because we find a lot of killing when it comes to women, raping.
Battering.
Yeah,
You
battering
had what
women.
the women say in the
yeah, the battering
you
of
had.
women. You've had also where someone just decides to abandon the women.
Yes.
Where, you know, because this man does not know how sensitive a woman is. That's why you find them even fighting their own mothers, some of them. Why? And this is a circumcised man.
Yes.
It is because he did not know why he shouldn't be circumcised. He shouldn't be taught also mannerism, because he shouldn't be taught that a man, an adult, should not go talking nonsense,
Yeah,
you know.
that's
He should
true.
not use ambiguous ones in front of people. He should not be abusive.
Yes.
You know, he should esteem the culture. He should love maybe God, the God of their fathers. He should know about going to mosque, going to pray, going to churches,
Yes.
and so on and so forth.
Yes.
Therefore, some of these things are the ones that should be engraved in him
During this.
during this important ceremony.
Okay.
Because it should be actually a ceremony.
Yes, it should.
Where even this boy is taught on how to take care of his own sisters, that he shouldn't defend them. He shouldn't defend the mother. He is the security person here. The moment you taste the knife and you held as an adult, there you are. You'll be checking on the doors, you know, before everyone is asleep, or before you go to sleep. Check on every door.
Okay.
Check that everything is in order, because you are the one who is responsible.
Okay.
Secondly, before even he reaches to that, this boy should be taught on how to take care of something like an animal. Somebody can buy him a cat. Tell him to attend to it. A rabbit, attend to it. Feed
like
it.
a pet.
Yes.
Yes, to
Give-
teach
yeah,
him responsibility.
Responsibility, yeah. So that
Okay.
at least this boy can know how to take care of others.
He can start getting the ideas slowly. That's a
Yeah,
good point.
it is his duty
Yes.
to take care of the pet.
Yes, I understand you.
Check on it. Even when you go to school, come back, take care of it.
Okay.
That way, even before he gets circumcised, you have started learning slowly by slowly on how to shoulder the responsibilities even in the home.
Yes.
That's when you can also again teach him on how to wash his own clothes, because that is part of responsibility. And actually, I'm at pains with the parents who do not want their children to do that such duties.
Yes,
They
and
seem
that's-
small, but they matter.
And that's why I want to ask you,
Yeah.
which house chores should a boy child be given? Because in this society of today, most parents believe that the boy child should not do any house chores. So my next question actually was, should a boy child be allowed to wash dishes, cook, serve food on the table, lay the table after people have eaten, remove the things from the table? Do you think that is advisable for the boy child?
Well, as you call it, it is prudent. It is actually wise for every parent to teach his son on how to do almost everything
And
that
how-
is related to the kitchen.
But how do you do this without confusing your son? Because in some cases,
Yeah.
there's so many cases of gay people in this society.
Yes.
So how does a mother spend time with her son in the kitchen without confusing my son that you should be like your sister. Because, you know, as a mother, in the kitchen, you'll be there with your daughter.
Right.
So if you're saying as a parent, you should teach your son everything, how do you do this without confusing this boy that at the end of the day, you are still a man?
Right.
Yours will be to go to work and look for food and fend for the family, not to be at home, cook and serve. How do you create this balance?
Good. It should also come from men themselves, from us.
Okay.
If the father was present, if the uncle was present, because we want to create an ideal situation for this man, a palatable ground for this man.
Yes.
Now, for me not to confuse my son, for my wife not to confuse my sons,
yes,
I should be seen to be supporting what my son is taught.
Okay.
Say like preparing a cup of tea, making chapatis. Why? Because one, I will not be with this boy throughout his life. You go to the university where maybe you'll be required to be cooking, preparing his own meals. This boy will be employed. Before he gets married, he should be preparing his own meals.
Yes.
He should not spend all his salary in the hotels.
Yeah, there should be that transition whereby after college, he lives in his own home before actually bringing a woman to that home.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, and the reason as why also again we should do this with a lot of excitement and with the teachings, we should be relevant, is because again, if this boy does not know all this, then this boy is likely to end up in brothels looking for a lady to come and cook for him.
Yes, yes.
He may also end up marrying without knowing, in quote, marrying an elderly or quite elderly person, more elderly, older by far than this boy.
Okay.
Because this is a lady who knows how to cook, how to prepare everything, to work on the bed and so on. Things that the mother should have taught the boy.
So in short, he'll also be looking for a mother figure in this elderly woman.
Of course, yes.
Yes.
Because the mother did not teach her how to cook.
Yes.
So she'll look for a mother in this woman.
Yes.
So
a mother and a lover.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, of course. And what will happen in the end? The mother will start blaming the boy and blaming the mother, the mother wife.
Okay,
the
Reverend,
mother in quote.
Hold on that thought. Viewers will be back after a short commercial break.